Yo, what is really good, my dudes? Today is July 16th, 2018, and we got another RuneScape update for y'all. Today we got the patch week like an iceberg update, so without any further ado, let's jump right into the video and see what this is all about. Let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, they say that this week's update is slightly different than usual. This update is what they're coining an iceberg because a lot has not changed on the surface level and won't be very visible to all of us, even though they've done some stuff under the hood. Now, the usual patches are accompanied by many changes to accommodate for RuneScape Mobile. This does not mean that they are close to a release on RuneScape Mobile, but they are taking a big step in the right direction. So yeah, like I said, not a lot going on in terms of your main game updates. Before we get into the patch notes, do take note that this weekend is the start of the summer weekends, being the Menafos and Sophonem weekend on the 21st and 22nd this month. It's a perfect opportunity to get some increased XP in various things like the Shifting Tomb skills, Slayer in the Sophonem dungeon, hunting plover birds, and harvesting luminous wisps. It's also a good chance to get some Menafos reputation with a 50% increase to that for the duration of the weekend. Everything you're seeing on here, keep in mind that anything in bold is excluded if you're on Iron Man accounts. Before we get into the patch notes, I just want to briefly show off the most notable change with today's update, and that is the implementation of the tab targeting system. You can set keybinds to allow you to target various different or cycle through various different targets in your immediate area. So head over to the controls settings and then you'll see the various options where you can cycle left or right or do a direct target and set your keybinds there. Clicking on these keybinds, as you see on screen, will cycle through the various different targets in your nearby area. You'll see a little graphic show up around in a circular motion around each target that it happens to be on. That way you'll know exactly which monster you happen to be looking at. This is probably one of the more useful updates, certainly for today's list of patch notes, and will be the biggest takeaway, I think, going forward, at least for this week. That being said, let's jump into the patch notes and see exactly what we've got going on over there. Fixed some windows in the house with the Thieves Guild trapdoor. Removed force walk tiles by guardhouses in Lumbridge Castle grounds. The melee and ranged armor stands at the Lumbridge Combat Academy have been swapped so they're arranged back in melee ranged magic order. Next, AOD, Solak, and Seryu boss pet threshold modifiers are now 1/5 of their base random chance. It's once again possible to re-equip the Insane Final Boss title when all the requirements are met. Jackie the Fruit will now sell unnoted herbs from the Agility Arena store in Brimhaven. Fixed a bug that allowed players to use lower grade pyrologs than intended when burning Vire corpses in the Columbarium. It's now no longer possible to use Bladed Dive when transmogrified into certain NPCs. The fishing spots in Gunner's Run can be reached again. And finally, performed maintenance on approximately 300 interfaces across RuneScape in preparation for mobile, such as Berthorpe Games Room, Pest Control Reward Shop, Remote Farm, and much, much more. And that is it for your patch notes. Links to both the patch notes and the main game update will be down in the description below if you want to go check those out for yourself, so head on over there to do so. And I'll wrap up the video there. If you have enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Peace.